What is up, YouTube? It's your boy I Sleep Too Late, and we are going first. Please, let's hope we're not facing the mirror again. Please, I'm serious here. We've been playing nothing but the mirror. The last two matches were 0-2 because the mirror is tough. It's almost like a 50-50, but if your opponent is better than you, then it is like a 30-70. Anyway, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's okay. Doesn't have any moxin in it, but beggars can't be choosers. And we can go like turn two something if we really need to. We can like start off with like an ancient tomb. We got three of them, so if we get wastelanded, it's really not that big of a deal. I think I'm fine with like starting off with an ancient tomb to kind of like attract a wasteland. And then if they go wasteland us, we can just play another ancient tomb, and if they wasteland that, we can play another ancient tomb. Hopefully we'll be able to draw enough mana that we can just end up casting one of these clerics. And if we get a Cavern of Souls, obviously that's what we're gonna name. But if we don't, we got a Plains, we're gonna be fine. Alright, so they're mulliganing here. They got a Bazaar. Alright, so it's that type of game. Let's see if they've got the I wanna say if they've got the hollow one, then we're gonna be in trouble here. Oh yeah, they got hollow one. All right, well we can at the very least. Okay, so it's one hollow one against our anointed peacekeeper. We should be okay here. Yeah, let's go with Plains, and we'll name Bazaar of Baghdad here with this anointed peacekeeper. Hopefully, it doesn't get countered. It might get countered, actually. They might play Force of Will. If they do, that would be unfortunate. But we do have White Plume. All right, Mental Misstep, Mindbreak Trap, Fury, Force Negation. All right, so Fury is going to be a problem. But we should be okay here, I think. So we just got to keep an eye on that. Bazaar Baghdad, we're going to name that because that shuts down Bazaar. And then we're going to just go ahead and play the Mox Jet. And pass the turn. I think that having a threat is way better than like... Oh, they have Fury. I can't believe this. Well, they've got the Fury, so they're going to be able to knock out this Anointed Peacekeeper. That is really unfortunate, actually. We're not doing too hot here, folks. We're not doing too hot here. And then they're going to do the Bazaar thing again. Oh, please. This is going to be so rough. Well, the good thing is they get to discard 3 cards. So let's see what they discard. I mean, that's not a good thing, but it's better than nothing. Let's see. So their graveyard is Fury, Vengevine, Serum Powder. Nothing too crazy just yet. I'm sure they have a Force of Will somewhere that they can find. But we can Wasteland their Bazaar. We can go White Plume Adventure if we need to. So they discarded Mindbreak Trap. And they still have the Force of Negation, which they're going to hold on to. They're going to do that, and then they're going to Vengevine us. Yeah, this is not good. Honestly, like, I feel like we're just kind of losing here. We'll see what the next... let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think that we're good to concede. Are we, though? Let's see. Let's just do this. Because we still have some block. We still have some things that we can do. All right. Well, that actually does mean that we lose the game. So we're gonna concede here. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it works. We'll have to lead. We'll have to bring in some Void Mirrors here, and I don't even know if Source of Plowshares. Yeah, Source of Plowshares is good against like Vengevine. Containment Priest, probably good, right? It's good against like Vengevine. I think it's pretty good, right? I mean, they cast everything else, but I think Vengevine is probably what we're like trying to stop. And then March of Otherworldly Light's not very good here. Even Chalice, I would imagine, is not the best. Anointed Peacekeeper is good, but the problem is, like, again, Fury is the problem. Archon is not very good here. Let's cut that. Let's cut. I mean, if they have Fury, then I think Anointed Peacekeeper is not good at all, actually. I'd rather just wasteland their stuff. And then maybe cut down. Go up to 2 Anointed Peacekeepers. Oh, you know what? Archon actually is very good here. Because they can only cast 1 spell a turn. Yeah, actually, I take it back. That's actually very good. That's actually very good. So we're going to cut 2 Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper is good, though. Let me think about this for a second. Let's go down to... because these are all very good cards. Let's cut down to 2 Seasoned Dungeoneers. Let's go down to 3 Swords. And let's go down to 1 Peacekeeper. I think we just need 1. 1 is fine, but I think having too many of them... I mean, they're just going to get destroyed by Furies, so... We're going to keep this hand. This is a very solid keep because we got both Wasteland and Strip Mine. And we've got the Chrome Mox, so if they try to counter us, we're good. We're going to do this. We're going to do a little bit of that. And let's just go ahead and play a Plains. Pass the turn. We know they've got the Bazaar, but if they try to hollow one us, we know that's going to get countered. So that's always a good thing. We know they're going to lead. We know the play is to go Bazaar Baghdad, right? So Bazaar Baghdad, and then maybe discard stuff like Vengevine, and then maybe possibly go hollow one. Hollow One is like honestly like one of the scariest cards in Vintage because it's just like a Delver, right? It's a 4/4 on turn 1 Delver that instead of being a 3/2 flyer, it's a 4/4 and just hits for so much damage. I mean, honestly, I've been wanting to play Bazaar Hollow One for a while. It's a lot of fun, and I'm definitely like probably gonna end up playing it in maybe the next league. We'll see. I'm just not like ready yet. All right, that's what I was happy to see, a White Plume. Let's go ahead and Wasteland here. And if they do anything crazy, we'll see what happens. We know that they didn't have Hollow One because they ended up doing whatever they just did. All right, so they got Basketwalla. They're gonna try to cast some of these things, but we know that they won't be able to. Let's see here. Oh gosh, so Vengevine gets on the battlefield immediately because of the trigger. Oh, that's really rough. Gosh, it's so rough. So they just have 4/3 haste. All right, well, that's a shame. Honestly, I'm about to block the Vengevine, but oh, they got Force of Will too? Oh gosh. This is so rough. I don't understand. They just have everything. We're doing terrible in this league. First of all, we're doing really bad, but you know what? We're having fun with it. Our opponent's swinging with no lands, and they don't really need any lands. They've got it all. I mean, that's not doing a whole lot for us. I guess we can cast it, but I guess we should cast it because there's nothing else we're doing. And maybe it can block something, like a 1/1 or something. I don't know. Just having something that can block is always good, right? But, I mean, I don't know what we can do here. All right, this is actually very good. Let's go ahead and attack. Please bring on the beats. And then on their turn, we'll use swords because that way we're not going to just get susceptible to force negation, right? That's the plan, at least. I'm fine with waiting until like combat, because we might, who knows, we might have a better target for this. But I could see them force of willing this. Oh, they're gonna let it resolve. Okay, cool. So we're gonna take one here. And I think we've got ourselves a little bit more of a game. All right, well, there's the Wasteland. I guess we'll play... We don't really need to play it just yet. Let's just attack, honestly. But yeah, I mean, their deck is a lot of fun. I just want to let you know. I love this style of deck where it's like Bazaar Aggro. You don't really need Dredge, right? Like, you can just do the aggro stuff. Get Vengevine on the battlefield and start hitting hard. You don't even need like lands for this deck, honestly. It's a totally different. It's not Dredge, but it's like a version of a Bazaar deck that's just really good. And I definitely think it's a lot of fun. Probably will end up playing it, honestly. Let's see, what is this? Vengeful Pharaoh. Whenever a combat is dealt to you or planeswalker control. Oh, what do they just do? Oh, I didn't even see what that did. Wait, what does Vengeful Pharaoh do? Wait, what happened to Vengeful Pharaoh? Let's see what this card does. Whenever combat damage dealt to you or planeswalker control, this card is in your graveyard. Card on top of your library. Oof. All right. I didn't even know what that card did until just now. I gotta read this card a little more carefully. Top of your library. What? So you can just keep doing this? That's crazy. All right, we're going to take this damage here. I want to see what else we can target with this Swords to Plowshares. So they're just going to keep discarding Vengeful Pharaoh. That is crazy. That's like kind of insane, right? Like we're not going to be able to just... We're just not going to be able to beat that. Unless we have like multiple creatures on the field or something. I don't know. But I guess we should probably start... I guess we should Swords to Plowshares this. I mean, do they have a counter magic for this? They do. Oh. Oh, they're going to let it resolve. They probably have a force of negation, I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure they have a force of negation, and they were trying to counter it, and then they realized it was their turn. All right, so they got another they've got a Basking Root Walla now. Oof. Yeah, can we get another Swords to Plowshares? Oh, Black Lotus is fine too. I honestly, it's a shame that we're just going to be losing to these 1/1 beats, but that's kind of what is happening here. I think are they gonna counter this? They're probably thinking about it, and they're like, why not, right? But it's not like it's doing anything. I mean, if I get like, I was gonna say if I get a Chancellor, then it would be really good, but outside of that, not really. All right, let's see what you got here. Are we going to see another removal spell? All right, that's pretty good. Let's play this. See if it gets Force of Willed. All right, it lands, and then we'll just play a Wasteland. I think this is very strong. Now we have a blocker, and we can kind of stabilize, hopefully. I don't really want to attack them because of the Vengeful Pit. But, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Oh, what is this? Echoing Deeps. Echoing Deeps? We have this land enter tap to the copy of any land in the graveyard except it's a cave. What? I didn't even know that was a card. That's pretty good. All right, we're going to Wasteland it. I was going to be like, what? All right, this is good. Well, Containment Priest is okay, but I'm going to hold off on attacking, obviously, until we get a little more creature density here. I mean, worst case scenario, we end up decking them out. All right, that's going to be another wasteland target. We're just going to do this immediately. All right, we got more stuff here. I'd like to hold off on attacking, but what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to end up like flashing in 2 containment priests. So let's just do this. We'll flash this in. And then they're going to force a vigor here. I'm just going to do this. Flash that in. We got a Caracas, which is kind of cool. Let's just not attack here. Cause this thing has if this card is in your graveyard, destroy target attacking creature. It's so annoying. That is so annoying. We're just gonna hold off for now. But yeah, I think that this is gonna be okay. Like worst case scenario, we just deck them out, right? That's what this ends up being. Kind of hoping we find. I'm kind of hoping they find another land that I can just strip mine. Yeah, I guess we'll play the Mox Pearl. And then I don't really want to attack them. Because again, I'm trying to get them to deck out here. And this thing has protection from creatures, right? So would this count as protection? I mean, if we have a like, let's say we have a Seasoned Dungeoneer, and when it attacks, it gets protection from everything, or from creatures. Honestly, I have no idea. But I kind of want to just chillax here, see what happens. They're gonna get Squee back, which is fine. I don't see Master of Cruelties. Do they not run Master of Cruelties? I guess that card is not as good as Squee, right? Especially when you're running like Furies, but you do run blue cards like Force of Will, Force of Negation. So I don't see why you wouldn't play like Master of Cruelties. Is that what the card's called? Master of Cruelties? I think that's the name of it, right? All right, well, we got a Clear and Conquer, which is nice. Let's go ahead and cast this thing. Could have played it off with the Cavern, but if we do it like this and they Force of Will it, that's fine, I guess. Because that means less cards for them to discard. All right, cool. They're going to let that resolve. Kind of want to just chill here and see what happens. All right. Well, they've got a lot of cards here. 9 cards, wow. And then they're just going to discard like all of them, I guess. Discard to hand size is pretty good. All right. Well, what do you got here? We're kind of at a stalemate, and I'm fine with that because I really ultimately want to just like amass enough creatures that I don't care about the Vengeful Pit. Vengeful Pharaoh is what it's called. Yeah, I want to amass enough cards that where the Vengeful Pharaoh just isn't relevant. And if they keep Vengeful Pharaohing us, then that would be like an anathema to like our plan, which is to like deck them out, right? So that was my perspective. Yeah, I guess we can name human here, right? Do we even need to do that? I don't think so. I think we can just chill. You might be thinking I'm crazy, but the Vengeful Pharaoh is really annoying. Just the one copy. And I also don't want them to destroy my Containment Priest too. Because that would be really unfortunate if they found a way to get rid of my 2 Containment Priests. I think Evoking does cast. So I think they actually would be able to just destroy the Containment Priest. But the problem with that is that they're not going to be able to do much else after that. So we kind of have them all lockdown, and my hope is that they'll just deck out, honestly. Because if we attack, we're just going to get more targets to ourselves, and I'm just not willing to take that risk. But they definitely have a Fury. Like, there's no shot that they don't. I mean, they just have to discard, like, 3 things here, I guess, and then they get the Vengevine. Oh, they can't even get Vengevine because of the Containment Priest. So yeah, we really have to just keep the board steady, I guess, right? All right. Well, there's the Master. It's called Master of Death. I'm sorry, Master of Death is what it's called. All right. Well, we got the White Plume. I'm not gonna attack here, but I am gonna just cast this. Let's name Cleric here. This is what I was hoping for. And then I guess we can... Yeah, I guess we can attack. Or not attack, but I guess we can cast this. Maybe fail to find so that we can eventually, like, just not deck out, I guess. This can't be countered, so if they have a Force of Will, then we're good. Subtlety, sure. Okay. Interesting. Their choice of the top or bottom. We're going to put this on top. Alright, so they got Master Cruelty. Interesting. Let's see what they end up doing here. This just got a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to lose, but then we have a lockdown, sort of, kind of. So that makes things a little bit more fascinating, in my opinion. Let's see what they got here. I mean, their land's intertapped, so their Bazaar's going to enter tapped. We're just going to strip mine the Bazaar. How many Bazaars do they have, though? I mean, they've got to have 4. And then how many Echoing Deeps do they have? They must have a lot of these, too. I mean, Echoing Deeps is good. It's like a reanimator for a land. It enters tapped as any land in a graveyard, except as a cave in addition to other types. Yeah, this is like reanimator, but for land. It's pretty good. All right, let's see what you got here. They're at 34 cards. We're at 37. So hopefully we'll deck them out eventually, right? All right, they got the Fury. They can only cast it once. They're going to try to get rid of the Archon, I guess? Or probably... Okay, they're going to try to just get rid of the Archon. That makes sense. Because now they can go... Well, they can't put the Vengevine on the field. But we'll see what they do here. All right, we saw this coming. Let's cast it. See what happens. Oh, another subtlety. Okay. Pitching, force negation. They just got all the pitch spells. We'll put this back on top. How many of those subtleties do they run? They must run a lot. I don't think they run like 4 copies of Fury, but that would be insane. They probably run like some number of them. Like 2 or 3 maybe. Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea what this deck plays, but it sounds like they play like a bunch of subtleties, a bunch of Furies, and some random stuff like Pharaoh. Okay, Noxious Revival on the Bazaar, sure. The good thing is we've got the Witch Enchanter. Just going to strip mine this immediately. Oh, actually, hold on. Do we want to do that now? I think we hold off because we may want to just destroy the hollow one if they have it. Yeah, I mean, we might have to destroy. We might have to go for a hollow one here. And we can't do anything just yet. I think we just hang tight and see what happens. Yeah, I think we want to destroy the hollow one. Okay, so I'm just going to cast this. See if we can get rid of the hollow one. They only have 2 cards in hand, so I highly doubt they have a Force of Will. Okay, cool. I'm not going to do anything here. Now, they do have a lot of ammo for the Bazaar, so we'll see what happens here. I'm not looking forward to this at all because they've got a lot of ammo. Oops. Let's see what they got here. Oh. Was it right for me to destroy the hollow one, or should I have just strip mine the Bazaar? Honestly, I had enough blockers that the hollow one didn't really matter, but me being able to 2-for-1 the hollow one was pretty good. Although, I guess in a Bazaar deck, you're not really 2-for-1ing anything, right? Because card advantage doesn't really exist when you're facing like a deck that by nature is not fair and like doesn't care about card advantage. Like Bazaar decks don't care that you have a million cards. All right, so we're gonna just wasteland. We're just gonna strip mine that immediately. Yeah, strip mine this. See what you got here. Do you have another subtlety? Because if you do, that would be very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. All right, this resolves. We're going to get our planes. Finally. Going to play our planes, and then I guess we just pass here, right? I don't really want to give them like extra. I don't want to give them the opportunity to Vengeful Pit Pharaoh here. I would much rather just wait and just sit on this until forever, I guess. I will say, though, it would be nice to have a blocker. And I think that Clear and Conquer is perfect for that. Or we can just do White Plume. We can put the counters on White Plume. So we'll just do Forge. Put the Forge on the White Plume, because I think that's going to be good enough. Having a 5/5 is going to be able to block those opposing hollow ones. We'll play the Ancient Tomb, and we'll go... I mean, they don't have like Grief or anything like that, so we should be fine here. Force of Will, sure. All right. I don't really want to attack them. I think that if we can get down... I think if we can amass enough of an army, we should be good, right? All right, let's keep going here. All right, we're just gonna F6 to this. Not F6, but you know what I mean. We're gonna trap our opponent here. I think this just gets them, right? Yeah, and then we just attack with everything. 3. Yeah, we're just gonna win the game here. All right, cool. All right, so we played very patiently and we ended up winning, which was good. That ended up paying off. Let's see here. Let's go to game 2 and I don't think we bring in anything, right? I think our deck is fine the way it is. Although I will say Void Mirror isn't as strong game 3, but it's still pretty good. I think we just keep it the way it is. I mean, you could make an argument for March of Otherworldly Light, but I think Swords of Plowshare is just better. Void Mirror is good. This is like an okay hand. I mean, the problem is like we got Wasteland, which is good for Bazaar. Yeah, let's keep it. I think this will be fine. We can go double Mox, Void Mirror, Wasteland them. It's probably good enough, honestly. The problem is obviously if they have a hollow one, that would be disastrous. All right, let's see what they got here. Double Blazing Root Walla, insane. This is insanity. And then they probably have the hollow one too, right? Oh no, they don't. Okay, well that's fine. We got the let's start with Wasteland. And then let's go Mox. Let's go Mox. Let's go Void Mirror here. This guy's it's got to get countered. They have I was gonna say they have to counter this. All right, and then we have two 1/1s. Not the end of the world. We can figure this out. All right, we got a strip mine for this Bazaar, so at least that's something. We know they're gonna get. We know that one of their cards is Bazaar. So they're gonna end up with 2 cards here, and then they're gonna go into like 1 card after they activate Bazaar. Take the beats. Yep, we'll take it. This is a game of patience and virtue. All right, so we'll go Chromox here. Just being able to get rid of this Chancellor is going to be fine. I don't think we need the. I don't think we're ever going to play the Chancellor, especially if we're going to be using our lands to strip mine and Wasteland. It's probably better to just do this. All right, let's see what they got here. I know that one of their cards is a Squee, so they're definitely going to discard that. Oh, they got another Blazing Root Walla? Sure. This is not looking good. If we can get like some creatures, that would be great. Give me some creatures, please. Kept a hand with like nothing but hate and land destruction. I'm a very hateful person. All right, let's see what you got. 3 cards in hand. We both have 3 permanents in play, but it's hard to say who's ahead here. Okay, Chalice I'm not too worried about. We already have our stuff on the field, so that's good. Oh, I was worried I was going to see that card. But I think that card is going to be fine here. Let's just name Dragon. Yeah, I think this will be fine. Hopefully they don't. Yeah, I was going to say hopefully they don't subtlety us. But see, now we got a blocker and it'll be fine. We definitely outspeed them, I think. Actually, it's pretty even. Ooh, I like this. Guess we'll go Archon here. We'll name Archon at least. And just hopefully we can draw like a land or something. All right, so they're at 14. We're going to go down to 12. And then we'll just attack them again. Hopefully we can find a third land. Let's see what they got here. All right, this is fine. That's fine actually. We should still be good here. The question is who's faster? We're pretty much even. Although they are gonna bring us down to 9 this turn. So we don't have a whole lot of time here. We have like 3 turns to find something. But again, I'm fine with the way things are right now. Bazaar, okay. Now we're in trouble. Ancient Tomb. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and play Ancient Tomb. And let's just go ahead and play the Archon now. This is pretty good. We can't counter it. They're going to activate Bazaar in response. Let's see what they find. They're probably going to try to find a counter for this or a subtlety or something. I'm not going to attack. That's for sure. All right, this resolves. Cool. We can actually just keep attacking them now. Because Archon actually hurts Vengevine. They can only cast 1 spell a turn, and they need to be able to cast 2 in a turn to at least get Vengevine on the battlefield. So Archon's actually kind of a soft, like, containment priest in that sense. Let's see what they got here. Activating Bazaar, and they find... Okay, they find Vengevine and a Squee. Oof, this is a doozy. Good thing is we got some good blockers here. We have stuff in the air. I mean, we're gonna be able to fight. The problem is if they like Fury us, then we're gonna be in. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Fury's gonna be a problem, for sure. They're gonna deal 4 damage to Archon, which is fine. And then they're gonna deal. Oh, and they're gonna activate Bazaar too. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Well, they're at 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. I still say if they can do Fury stuff, they're gonna win the game. Because, I mean, they could attack us. We'll go down to 4. We attack them. They go down 5. Yeah, it's just I think they would outrace us here. It's not looking good. Oh, and a Wasteland, sure. If we can get a Plains, we could do some Swords to Plowshares action. Get Swords to Plowshares, and then we could, like, if they attack us with like the 3 things, we could block and then Swords one of them. Because right now we're kind of like desperate here. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to attack. But I think they're gonna want to. I think they're still gonna want to attack us. Because that'll bring me down to like 2. And then once they bring me down to 2, they'll bring me down to 1 with the other attack after this one. So we really can't afford to block or attack. I think they're going to want to... Oh, they're not going to attack. Okay, cool. I was going to say the math works out so that I don't... It's better for them not to attack me. But they're at 3.5 minutes here. Let's see what they got here. Just going to F6. Are they going to pay the life? They are going to pay the life. Let's see what they got here. It is kind of a conundrum. They're both limited by time and resources. Bazaar is gonna give them. It's gonna basically take time for them to make decisions here, which might impose pressure on their decision making for time sake. They got less than 3 minutes on the clock. We're at 10 minutes, so we're actually doing pretty good. This is a very interesting game. This became more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a slam dunk, Bazaar wins the game. But this just became very interesting with the time limit. This just became very interesting. Okay, we've got nothing to do here, but we are going to just continue. If we can find a land, we'd be really solid. But we'll see what happens here. They still have to stack their triggers. They're going to go on to 2 minutes by the end of this turn, I think. So they have to make decisions fast. And they're going to go down to 6. So let's see what they do here. They're going to activate Bazaar. And like I said, they're going to go down to like less than 2 minutes here, which gets to be a buzzer beater for sure. That ends up being a buzzer beater for them. All right, well, there's the Basking Root Walla. So all they need is... Oh, this is tough. If we can draw a land... Oh, no. All right, I think they win now. Yep, they win. Oof, this was tough. I was gonna say this is a tough match. It was very swingy. Let's just put it that way. But they definitely win here. So we're gonna just say F6, concede game. But yeah, it was really well played from them. Honestly, the fact that they were able to do that and pull that off, very well played. I didn't have an answer for Fury. Fury is like very, very powerful. Our answer was Void Mirror, but obviously these like free decks just have ways to counter and stop you from doing things. So anyway, that's going to be a wrap for today. It was a long video. I hope you enjoyed something. I hope you learned something from this vintage game. And if you haven't already, check out the rest of my channel. We do a lot of vintage videos, and we love Magic the Gathering. So I will see you all next time. Peace out.